But according to the Shastra, Bhakta Bhagavatam Raya now Vidya Namashakti. One should understand the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam by hearing them from them clearly. One cannot understand them simply by erudite scholarship or sharpening. It is also Gita Bhakti Bhaven Vedo Shastra Puranani Tena Hikani Sarvasaha. One who reads the Bhagavad Gita, faith and devotion, the essence of Vedic knowledge is given. And according to Siddha Saraswati, just as Devi Paravati, Tatha Devi, Tatha Guru, just as Devi, Artha, Prakasanti, Mahatmanahana. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in the Lord and the Spiritual Master are all the purports, all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. All Vedic literatures are to be understood in faith and devotion, not by mundane scholarship. We have therefore presented Bhagavad Gita as it is. There are many so-called scholars and philosophers who read the Bhagavad Gita in a scholarly way. They simply waste their time and mistreat those who read their commentaries. Mukham karati vachalam pankujangha ite giri jatkripata maham vande Sri Guru Nudinakarina Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ikaram. Hare Krishna. We are continuing our discussion. Today is the fourth day. So yesterday we were discussing how that Brahmana, what kind of Brahmana? Vaishnava Brahmana. Very good. There are varieties of Brahmana, Karmakandiya Brahmana, Jnani Brahmana, Yogi Brahmana, but this Brahmana was a Vaishnava Brahmana. He was a devotee of the Lord. Not only a devotee, he was a real devotee. He was a pure devotee of the Lord. What is the meaning of a pure devotee? Who remembers Krishna? Constant. Who can see Krishna? Constant. That is a symptom of a pure devotee. And this pure devotee was seeing Krishna in every page of Bhagavad Gita. We see, what do you see? You see the verses. You see the letters, words, lines, pages. But that Brahmana was seeing Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. That is the difference. And we discussed yesterday, that is the symptom of revealing. So when things are revealed, then things are shown or seen as it is. So Bhagavad Gita, as it is, was revealed to this Vaishnava Brahmana. So Mahaprabhu in this verse glorifying that Vaishnava Brahmana. And Mahaprabhu is telling, you are the authority in the reading of Bhagavad. You need to have authority also to read. Not only authority to speak, you have to read also, you need to have authority. Mundane scholarship, erudite scholarship, sharp intelligence, knowledge in Sanskrit, perfect in pronunciation. These are the different qualifications. But these qualifications, according to Prabhupada here, do not help much to understand Bhagavad Gita. So in order to understand Bhagavad Gita, we should have faith and devotion. That's the point mentioned by Srila Prabhupada. How we have to read Bhagavad Gita? With faith and devotion. So what is the meaning of faith? Faith means have trust or have confidence in the words of the scripture. That is the meaning. Whatever has been spoken in Shastra is absolute. That kind of faith, little bit should be there. You cannot have complete faith, because complete faith will be achieved when we have the love of Godhead. But we should have some faith. Because any journey begins with faith. Ado Shraddha. Any other path also needs faith. Any other activity also in this world needs faith. So therefore, spiritual journey also needs faith. And devotion. Devotion means bhakti. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhakta mam abhijanati. If you want to know me, then you should become a devotee. You cannot know me by karma, you cannot know me by jnana, you cannot know me by yoga. You can know me only by bhakti. That is the verdict given by Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita. After speaking karma yoga, after speaking jnana yoga, after speaking ashtanga yoga. But he concluded that if you want to know me, then you have to adopt the process of bhakti yoga. And he said, I can be known only by the person who is transcendental. Vedasya sarve aham vedasya. He said that. Then he told Arjuna that if you have to know me, then you have to transcend the three modes. Traiguna Vishaya Veda, Nistraiguna Bhavarjuna. As long as we are conditioned by three modes of material nature, it's very, very difficult to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he is the person transcendental to the three modes. So transcending the modes is the purpose of our life. So Srimad Bhagavatam systematically explains how we can upgrade our modes from Tamaguna to Rajaguna to Sattaguna and ultimately become Suddha Sattva. So this Brahmana was in Suddha Sattva. So it's very, very rare to have a person who are situated in Suddha Sattva, in material. Because these are the perfected personality, Siddha. Sadhaka, getting sadhaka is also difficult, but getting Siddha in this world is more difficult. Very, very rarely people practice pure devotional service. People practice devotional service, but practicing pure devotional service is very rare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was explaining to Rupa Goswami. What he was explaining? That most of the people, most of the human beings do not follow Vedas. Majority of the human population. Very few people follow, but they also follow by lip service, for the sake of following. They say, I follow, I know Bhagavad Gita, I know Bhagavad Gita, but they don't know anything. That category is there. Very few really follow Vedas. And out of those, mostly are following Karma Kanda section of Vedas. Karma Kanda. 96% of Vedas are topics of Karma. Then out of this Karma Kandiya mentality people, very rarely people adopt the path of Jnana, knowledge. And what is the purpose of knowledge? Moksha. Very rarely people get moksha. They try, very rarely. People get moksha. And out of this liberated person, rarely one becomes Krishna. That is the conclusion given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Rupa Goswami. While Rupa Goswami was asking question and Mahaprabhu was speaking to him, where at prayer, for 10 continuous days. 10 days. And Rupa Goswami elaborated that 10 days conversation into a book known as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And I heard Rupa Goswami took 17 years to compile that Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It is a devotional classic. If anybody wants to know the science of bhakti, that is the book. Especially Gauriya Vaishnava. If we want to know the essence of bhakti as given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That book is Bhakti Rasamrita. So coming to the point that transcending the modes is very, very important. So here this Brahmana transcended the mode, that's why Mahaprabhu was so happy with him. And he has declared that you have the authority. The Suddha Bhaktas, the pure devotees are the authority to read Bhagavad Gita. Suddha Bhaktas are the authority to speak Bhagavad Gita. And Suddha Bhaktas are the authority to give commentaries on it. That's the conclusion of this verse, as mentioned by Prabhupada in the purport. Then what happened? Ato boli se vipre koila lingan Prabhupada dhari vipro kare na rodan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced. That is the way Mahaprabhu acted. Whenever he is pleased with someone, how he reciprocates? Embracing them. And Mahaprabhu's embrace is a perfection of a sadhaka. So that Brahmana got the embrace, immediate embrace. And when he got the embrace, immediately started crying. Because that is the power of Mahaprabhu's embrace. That person gets loved. Then what was the reciprocation of that Brahmana? Tomade ki taha hoite diguna sukhai se Krishna tomi ena mor mone loy. He's telling that whatever happiness I was deriving seeing Krishna while reading Bhagavad Gita, now I am getting double happiness by your loving embrace. So I am concluding, you are that Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Prabhupada is very, very elaborately talking on this point that unless we have the mercy of Krishna, we cannot understand Krishna. Sei se Ishwar Tattva bujhibare pare. Ishwarer kripales hয়েছে. Only by the causeless mercy of Krishna we can understand. That is the process. Brahma did austerity for many, many years. Many, many years, thousands of celestial years. After that, he concluded that I have realized. What I have realized, I cannot understand the Supreme Personality. That was his realization. And who attains that realization, he can understand. Our mentality is that I will understand. The way I will chant, Krishna will be immediately revealed. Today only. Powerful chanting of the holy name. So whether Krishna will be revealed or not, Krishna will be definitely scared. Not a powerful chanting is going on. So we should not scare Krishna. At least try to be in neutral mood. So Krishna is revealed not by our passion. Krishna is revealed by our devotion. And devotion comes from within. And devotion comes from purification. Unless heart is purified, it's not possible to experience the ecstasy of love. We should focus internally. But we think that by our expertise, we can attain that purity. Not possible. So we have to put our 100% endeavor, but that is not the process alone. That by our endeavor, we can attain. It's a combination of our endeavor and the mercy of the Supreme Personality. Then we can achieve the goal of our devotional journey. Then Mahaprabhu told him that whatever I am telling you, whatever you have seen, don't reveal it to anyone. Because Mahaprabhu did not want to reveal to the world that he is Krishna, because he wanted to perform the role of a devotee. If people come to know that he is Krishna, it will be very difficult to perform that role as a devotee of Krishna. That's why Mahaprabhu is covered incarnation. He did not want to reveal his real identity. In that way, Vipra became overwhelmed by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of God, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was staying with Mahaprabhu, associating with him for continuous 4 months. And after that, Mahaprabhu left Sri Ranga. But during these 4 months, there was another wonderful conversation happened between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Venkata. So Venkata and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became friends. They used to joke, they used to have fun with each other, spending time like that. One day, in a joking way, Mahaprabhu started talking to Venkata. He said, Venkata, you worship Lakshmi Narayana. And it is a well-known fact that Lakshmi ji is the chaste wife of Narayana. So why that Lakshmi is doing so much austerity to have association of Krishna, who is the cowherd god in Vrindavan? Why she is doing that? I cannot understand. Mahaprabhu is talking to Venkatavata jokingly like that. And Venkatavata said, what's the problem with that? There is no difference between Krishna and Narayana. No difference. So only difference is that Krishna's pastimes are very attractive, sportive. That is the only difference. So taking that point, Srila Prabhupada writes, there is no difference. Only difference is in some rasa. Krishna has some special features which are exhibited in Vrindavan, which are not exhibited in Vaikuntha. That is the difference. What are these four? Four kinds of sweetness. Rupa Madhurya, Prema Madhurya, Venu Madhurya, Lila Madhurya. These are the four special features of sweetness which are only there with Krishna, with no other forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Some is there in some other personalities, but primarily it is related to Krishna and Vrindavan. That is a Siddhanta. So this Siddhanta was discussed, and it was known to Venkatavata also. Then Mahaprabhu started talking. Yeah, your point is nice point. So there is no difference between Narayana and Vishnu, Narayana and Krishna. Then Lakshmi ji is trying to have association of Krishna. Is nothing wrong. It's normal. Then Mahaprabhu started telling. Then, if there is no difference between Narayana and Krishna, then why till now she is not allowed to associate with Krishna? At one point, Mahaprabhu raised. Then Mahaprabhu raised another point. That Lakshmi ji is interested, attracted to Krishna. But when Krishna left the rasa dance, and when Krishna appeared as Narayan in front of the gopis offered obeisances to Narayan and asked Narayan, can you tell us where is Krishna? Why they don't have any interest in that? So by hearing all this, Venkatavata became beautiful. He said, I don't know, you know, you tell me. In that way, Mahaprabhu is trying to reveal to the whole world that what is the position of Krishna. The disclaimer, and also we should be very careful to compare. We should not compare. But as a Gauriya Vaishnava, we should know. Because Mahaprabhu came to give us Krishna in Aradha Bhagavan, Vadisutana, Tathama Vrindavan, Brahma Kachit Upasana Prajabadu Vargana Jakti. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramana Mamalam Prema Pumarthan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Bhagavatam Tatpragara. Now, this verse explains the essence of Mahaprabhu's teaching. Our worshipful Lord is Krishna, but not Krishna in Dwarka, not Krishna in Mathura, Krishna in Vrindavan. So, what is the difference? It is explained by Rupa Goswami, Rupa Desamrita, that superior to Vaikuntha is Mathura. Superior to Mathura is Vrindavan. Superior to Vrindavan is Govardhan. And superior to Govardhan is Radha. Why? So in Vaikuntha, devotees serve Krishna primarily in Dasana. But there is also Santaras and half Sakti. 2.5. Why half Sakti? Because in Vaikuntha, Narayan is very opulent. He is the supreme personality of God. Sahasa Srishra Purusha. So they worship that great personality. You cannot have intimate friendship with a great person, because there is awe and reverence. With awe and reverence, there cannot be any friendship. That kind of intimate, loving friendship. So in Vaikuntha, some devotees have some friendship with the Lord, but maximum they can do handshake. That is also with fear. With fear, they can do handshake. That's why it's called half Sakti. But in Mathura, all 5 rasas are. And in Vrindavan also 5 rasas are present. Then why Vrindavan is superior to Mathura? So in Mathura, 5 rasas are there. In Vrindavan also there is 5 rasas. But there is a difference. In Mathura, 5 rasas are there, but it is mixed with opulence. But in Vrindavan, that Aishwarya again, actually in Vrindavan there is, that is Vrindavan. You will get surprised here. If you are God, then there is no place in Vrindavan. So no vacancy for the gods in Vrindavan. By the Yogamaya potency, Krishna forgets his God. And by the Yogamaya potency, devotees of Vrindavan also forget Krishna is very important principle. Maya acts very wonderfully in spiritual world, mainly in Vrindavan. And Maya also works wonderfully in material. But to Maya is different. So an Acharya has explained very wonderfully. 3 kinds of Maya. 3 kinds. One is Vimukh Jana Mohini Maya. Second is Sajana Mohini Maya. And third one is Swa Mohini. Very interesting. What is Vimukha Jana Mohini Maya? What is Vimukha Jana? Those who are not devotees of Krishna. Those are conditions. So Krishna bewilders them through Maya. And that Maya is Vimukha Jana. Krishna also bewilders his own devotees. That is called Sajana Mohini. And Krishna himself becomes bewildered by Maya. That is called Sa Mohini. Into this. So Vimukha Janani Maya, Vimukha Jana Mohini Maya is Mahamaya. And Sajana Mohini Maya and Sa Mohini Maya, they are having one category, that is Yoga. So Yoga Maya bewilders Krishna's pure devotees. And Yoga Maya also bewilders Krishna. In Brahma Viman Lila, Brahma became bewildered. Why he became bewildered? By seeing the Bhoga offering. Because he's the compiler of Vedas, no? He compiled how to offer Bhoga to the Lord. But when he saw Krishna is eating in a very interesting way. So how was the Bhoga offering? You all know that the coward boys are eating and whatever is good, they're taking out from the mouth and offering it to the mouth of Krishna. No plates. And when Madhubangal was drinking buttermilk, Madhubangal said, because all the coward boys brought beautiful items. But Madhubangal said, I am a poor Brahmana. I have not brought anything very good. I have brought buttermilk and quality is also not so good. I should not offer it to you. I should drink. And he drank the whole pot of butter. And it was, the mouth was swollen. And Krishna got attracted by that. And he pushed like that. And when he did that, the buttermilk from the mouth of Madhubangal entered into the mouth of Krishna. And when Brahma saw that, that was the climax of his bewilderment. And he was completely convinced this boy cannot be the Supreme Master. So Brahma became bewildered. And who bewildered him? Then, in that same pastime, Krishna started searching the camps. And he was not able to find out. Then when he came back, then he saw that covered was also. Then Krishna became bewildered. That is called Swaham. People say, how Krishna can be bewildered? It's happening by the desire of the Supreme Personality of God. If Krishna knows everything, Leela cannot take place. That's why there is no place of God in Vrindavan. These kind of pastimes, especially the Vrindavan pastime, cannot take place if the opulence of Krishna is manifested. That's why in Vrindavan everything is free. Opulence takes a secondary role, rather no role in Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan, Mother Jashoda cannot think. It's beyond his imagination that Krishna is God. He cannot think at all. But in Mathura, Dwarka, Devaki knows that Krishna is my son, but at the same time she knows Krishna is God. So Jashoda talks to her friend. He said, you know, that there are so many attacks by the demons in Vrindavan to kill Krishna. You know why Krishna is protected? Because me and Nanda Maharaj worship Vishnu so wonderfully. And Vishnu is so pleased with us. Whenever there is attack, Vishnu protects Krishna. That's her conviction. And Mother Jashoda continues to say that people say that Krishna lifted Govardhan. How it is possible? Krishna can lift Govardhan hill. Who lifted Govardhan hill? Nanda. And he said, people say that Krishna uprooted Arjuna trees. totally false. There was a cyclone. And because of that cyclone, these two trees were up. That is Mother Krishna. So on Damodar Lila day, Balaram was not there. In the evening, Balaram came. And Krishna was tried, arrested, bound by the rope. Krishna was so upset. Because Krishna doesn't want to be bound, right? And when Balaram came, he lost the complaint to Balaram. And he said, see, Dauji Bhaiya, in your kingdom, this is my situation. And you can take other situation. So Balaram became very upset. Very upset, he became very angry. He started shouting, screaming, who has done that? Who has done that? So Mother Yashoda was hearing from a distance. And after some time she said, I have done it. You have any problem with that? As soon as Balaram came to know that Mother Yashoda has bound Krishna, his enthusiasm went down. But in order to impress Krishna, he continued. And he said, you know who is Krishna? Balaram is talking to Mother Yashoda. Tell me who is Krishna. Then Balaram started giving a lecture about the glory of Krishna and established that Krishna is God. After hearing that, Yashoda said, oh, Krishna is God. Then who are you? He said, I am Anantashesh. I am Sankarshan. I am this. I am that. I am also God. So really, Krishna is God. You are also God. I think gods do not have any other place than to come to my house and take birth. And she should, then Mother Yashoda took a stick. And by seeing the stick, Balaram ran away out of fear and told Krishna, I have told you so many times, you can do whatever you have to do, but out of this house, I can manage it. But this house is beyond my jurisdiction. That is the position of Krishna and Balaram. What kind of God? God has no value. So in order to be in Vrindavan, we have to understand Krishna's position. Krishna loves to be a servant of his devotees. Krishna loves to be a friend of his love. Krishna loves to be a son of his devotees. And he loves to be a lover. He doesn't want to be a God. There is nothing glorious in God. That is Vrindavan. That's why Vrindavan is superior to. Then why Govardhan is superior to Vrindavan? In Govardhan, only one rasa, Madhurya rasa, is prominent. But Sakha rasa is there, but that is also very, very special. Some special sakhas that they are in Govardhan. And they are known as Priya Narmas. Special category. Rupa Goswami explains 4 categories of friends of Krishna. One category, the very, very special category, Priya Narmas. They have access to the gopis. They have access to the Madhurya. And that's why they are allowed. Other than that, nobody is allowed. But in Radhapur, only Madhurya. That's why Radhapur is the top place, the whole creation. So Vrindavan is the place where only sweetness is. And that is unparalleled. And that is the point Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to establish through this conversation with Venkata. So this point is very, very important for us to understand. Because Mahaprabhu came to give that rare gift. That rare gift is Braja Prema. Prema Pumartha Mahan, Mahaprabhu has declared that goal of our life should be love of God. Not dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Generally in this world, people perform religious activities. Why? They want God. Dharma, artha. Why you need artha? To enjoy sensual pleasures, kama. Then when people become frustrated with sense enjoyment, they want to attain moksha. But Mahaprabhu came to give something very, very high. It's beyond this fourth Purusharth, which is known as Panchama Purusharth, the fifth goal, the real goal of human form of life. That is prema. And not only prema of Vaikuntha, he came to give pleasure. In other ages, in other kalpas, generally devotees get prema bhakti, but that is Vaikuntha. By that prema, they attain Vaikuntha. Golok is revealed to this world publicly by Chaitanya. So he has also introduced a system of bhakti that is known as Raganukam. And Mahaprabhu explains, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the purpose of Krishna's advent, also one of the purposes, two purposes. The one purpose is to propagate Raganukam. And what is the difference between Raganuga Bhakti and Vaidhi? That is also wonderfully explained by there is not much difference in external practice, but there is a big difference in internal practice. What is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? The motivation to render Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is Shraddha. Shraddha in what? Shraddha in the words of the spiritual master, and Shraddha in the words of scripture. And that is the foundational or motivational principle to render Vaidhi. We come to Mangala. Why? Because Prabhupada has to should attend Mangala. Everybody must attend Mangala. Get up before 4 o'clock and attend Mangala. Some people say, why 4:30? It should be a little later. Here some advantages there. The 4:30, Mangala. It's not out of spontaneous love to come run to the temple. Why you are coming to Mangalati? Because we have Shraddha and fear. Because attendance will not be there, then we called why this, that problem, we have to avoid problems. Attend Mangala. Somebody asked Prabhupada, when we can miss Mangala? People ask the important question. You can ask like that in initial month, but they ask, Prabhupada, when can you miss Mangala? Prabhupada is also very expert. When you are dead. Interestingly, we should be very, very careful to attend Mangalarti. And why we are attending Mangalarti as the Sadhaka? Because we have Shraddha in the words of the spiritual master. Chanting also. Most difficult part of our Sadhaka. Right? Very struggling period. Mangalarti is okay. After Mangalarti, more struggling period. So why you are chanting? Not that we have so much love. I'm chanting the holy name. It's not like that. Why you are chanting? Because you have Shraddha in the words of Shastra and also as given by the spiritual master. That is the Vaidhi Sadhana. We don't have taste. We do not become happy by chanting, right? You feel pleasure? Okay. We feel pleasure. Going 16 rounds. So, that is the happiest moment of the day. Shola Mala Khatam. हम लोग जपा खत्म करते हैं, जपा नहीं करते हैं ना. We don't chant, we do rounds. Mala, we do mala, not chanting. Mala is moving, mind is also moving. That is the quality of chanting. So that is a symptom of Vaidhi Sadhana. But what is the motivation for Raganuga Sadhana? They do out of Lobha, not love. Love is perfect. Lobha, greed. So greed is the motivation to do Raganuga. And Shraddha is the motivation to Vaidhi. So Rupa Goswami explains, and Rupa Goswami also explains, unless there is some level of purification in the heart, you cannot artificially do Raganuga. Some people do that. Some people say, oh, I am in Raganuga plan. Why you are not coming for Mangalarati? I am Raganuga. It's not Raganuga. It's something else. The Raganuga does not mean we will not follow sadhana bhakti. It's not the perfection. Raganuga bhakti is also a sadhana. But internal motivation is different because he is more advanced. Someone is very, very advanced in sadhana. Then they develop some attraction, lobha, for Radha and Krishna and Vrindavan. That is very, very special, given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When that attraction develops, then what happens? He does start doing Raganuga under the guidance of a resident of Vrindavan. Then Prema. Kevala Prema. That is known as Braja Prema. And with that Braja Bhakti, one is eligible to enter into Golokam. That is the process given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is a process explained wonderfully by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Some time is there for 5 minutes for some questions. Yeah, Bahirmukh Brahma Janme, if when Bhaktivinoda Thakur is singing, he is singing that I am not interested to become a Brahma. Who is Bahirmukh? Bahirmukha means who is not a pure devotee. But our Brahma is a pure devotee. He becomes Bahirmukh. That's why some Sampradaya don't accept those chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam. They reject that. Those chapters talk about Brahma Vimana Leela. They say this is not original section of Srimad Bhagavatam. How Brahma can be viewed? But Krishna is viewed by Dr. Brahma. If you want to understand Vrindavan, you have to come to a different platform. Balaram was viewed. That is Vrindavan. So this is done not by Mahamaya potency. That is done by the Yogamaya potency, by the desire of the Supreme Personality. Okay? Not atheistic. Brahma means Bahirmukh means he can be Sakamba. Mainly the Devatas are primarily Sakamba. They are Bhaktas, but they are not Niskamba. And our line does not encourage Sakamba. Our line encourages Niskamba. Okay? All varieties are there. It's not in box, so many varieties. Very good question. Definitely, Madhurya is there, but that is Dasya Madhurya. Lakshmis are very scared when always at the lotus feet serving, right? So, although Madhurya is there, but that is primarily Dasya. That's why Madhurya is not prominent. Behind also. there are so many factors involved. So Jiva Goswami explains, it comes by the mercy of the Brajavasis. It comes this mic, okay? Now, because we'll ask question, not will happen to them. Another mic. Okay. Jiva Goswami explains that certain level of purification of the heart is the requirement. It's not that you have to perform Vaidhi Bhakti, then you come to the Ragana Bhakti. That is also not the case. You can start with Raganuga Bhakti. So in Raganuga Bhakti, the focus is more on Smarana. And Vaidhi Bhakti focus is more on. That is the reason. But for us, we have to do both. Because we continue as a Vaidhi Sadhaka. At the same time, integrally, that concept of Raganuga should manifest. Unless we manifest, that is manifested, we will not attain. That is our goal as given by Jagannatha. Lova has to be developed. Lova for Vrindavan, Lova for the Brajavasis, Lova for Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. If that has not developed, not possible. Some people all worship Radha and Krishna in all reverence. They go to Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan. That is, and I should not, I don't, I should, recording is going on. No problem. This is an explanation outside of the Goloka Vrindavan, Madhurya Goloka Vrindavan. There is Vaishnava Goloka, where Radha and Krishna husband and wife. So those who want to see Radha and Krishna as husband and wife and worship, they will enter into that section, not Madhurya Goloka. In Madhurya Goloka Vrindavan, there is no concept of marriage between Radha. They are lover and wife. And that will be attained only by Raganuga. And which Mahaprabhu wanted to display. Okay? Go to the unless you attend Kevala Prema, you cannot enter into Goloka Vrindavan. You can see so many things. It's not a sentimental thing. Oh, he has seen this, he was doing like that, that's why he's entering into Goloka Vrindavan. Everybody is entering into Goloka Vrindavan. It's nothing wrong that everybody enters into Goloka Vrindavan. But entering into Goloka Vrindavan, you have to be at that level of Prema Bhakti. Unless you attend Braja Prema Bhakti, you cannot enter into Goloka Vrindavan. That is the qualification. But we have some different ideas. But that is not explained by anybody, neither in Shastra nor by Aracharya. Very good. Somebody told Prabhupada that I'm seeing certain things. Do sadhana bhakti properly, it will be said. Okay. It's not that you have to, I was hearing from some devotee, so with some reference, that it's not that you have to do Vaidhi, then you come to Raganuga. It's not like that. Anybody can start also, but we have to follow what Prabhupada has given. You don't have to concoct about that. But according to Shastra, according to some acharyas, it's not that after Vaidhi, then Raganuga. It's not like that. I used to think like that also. That's not like that. That's different. We should not, our mantra is not important. The process is important. In Raganuga, process is Smarana. And Vaidhi, process is hearing. And Smaranam, now Smaranam is also there, but mainly Vilas. That is Raganuga. And our Acharya is, but we cannot artificially, mechanically start doing it, then we'll sleep. Because we are not pure. That's why you should become pure by hearing and chanting. It's up to our parampara, na? The process should be given by our acharya, not we start our own process. Yeah, they can give problem. There's nothing wrong. We should not think, oh, this is the only way. We should not think that. Spiritual life is big. Spiritual life is full of varieties. We should not think only devotees in ISKCON can come back to God. Nobody else is allowed. Not like. We have got very special opportunity to speak that, but it doesn't mean that nobody else, anybody who will become pure devotee, will go back to God. Okay? Yeah. Sadhana bhakti vai thikai bhakti dudai. Vaidhi sadhana Raganuga sadhana. It will lead to bhava to prema. Vaidhi will lead to Vaikuntha prema bhakti, and Raganuga will lead to Braja. From Vidhi marg you cannot go to Golaka. That's not it. Certain level of purification. And you have to follow in the footsteps of Ragatmika. And somebody asked Prabhupada, I think, who is that Ragatmika? He said, I am your Ragatmika. I am that Brajavasi. You have to be attracted by Brajavasi. Brajavasi means from Golakunda. Just like those who are in Sakya Bhava, they will be attracted by some Sakha. Those who are in Vatshalya Bhava, they should be attracted by somebody in Vatshalya. In that way, natural attraction develops. And for that sadhaka, he does not depend on the instruction of the Guru and Shastra, because he already has developed. His sadhana does not wait for instruction from Guru. That is sadhana.
Yeah. System they have given.
It depends on your internal situation. It's not a external. What's your motivation? Why you are doing sadhana? If it is out of lobha, you are in Dragon Club. If you are out of Shraddha, you are in Vedic Club. Low. Yeah, yes. Low. low, greed. We take prasad, no? Even if it is not tasty, you take out of Shraddha, it's Mahaprasad. But if you have the taste, it doesn't matter whether it's Mahaprasad or not, you take. Because it's lower. Is the difference. So for those who have developed lobha for Rasamala, it does not depend that, oh, unless it is Mahaprasad, you take. Because he has developed attraction for that is raga. Very difficult to understand. Okay. Trying to explain. Okay.
So, unless the conscious impetus has not changed to Yoga, then it will be like it has changed. Falling of this can also be considered
Raga.
Raga.
That is called sadhana. Vaidhi sadhana, raga nugas. The practice stage is known as sadhana. Okay. Sadhana bhakti is of two types. Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, raga nugas. And difference is also based on the principle I explained. When we practice based on Shraddha, that is Vaidhi sadhana. When you practice based on Lobha, that is raga nugas. And our acharyas are explaining in Vaidhi sadhana, primarily Sravanam Kirtanam is the primary. In Raganuga sadhana, Smaranam is the primary. Prabhupada also said at the beginning, you should focus more on hearing. When you become a little more advanced, focus should be on Kirtanam. Then when you become more advanced, it should be Smaranam. Prabhupada also said. Make a judgment externally, what level she is. We cannot, don't try to judge externally anything. That is the biggest blunder we do in our devotion. Rupa Goswami has cautioned. Because this external thing can be imitated. But internal thing cannot be imitated. That's why there are Bhava Bhakti, there are 8 symptoms of Bhava. Ashtasatvika Vikar. That can be imitated. And that can be also covered. But that's why Rupa Goswami is telling, in order to understand someone is at the level of Bhava Bhakti, he has given 9 symptoms, which cannot be imitated and which cannot be covered. These are the real symptoms to determine someone is at the level of Bhava. So, Rupa Goswami has given caution again and again. Don't try to judge anyone. You cannot. How do you know it is out of lobha or out of some sentiment? You don't know. It can be lobha, it can be other way also. No problem. Yeah, Gauriya Sampradaya means Raganuga. Yeah, if you are not doing Raja Bhakti, you are not a Gauriya Goswami. That's very, very good. There is no confusion. Which one? Which acharya? Our line, all. It depends. I don't know the details, but Gauriya Vaishnavism primarily focuses on Rajapuri. No other. Exclusive.
That also
What? Prajaprema Bhakti come only from Raganuga, no? You cannot come from Vaidhi. You cannot get Prajaprema Bhakti by Vaidhi Sadhana. You will get Prema Bhakti, but not Prajaprema. That is the difference. And Rupa Goswami systematically explained Bhakti Rasamrita. Okay. Yes. This is, I think, very interesting topic. Because topic is like that, that's why it's okay.
So, just to understand, this is how that we survive. So, obviously, there is a habit. And very there is the proper family. I also heard about that in the example. Just another one. And the second time, especially this kind of
Very important point. Some people think sadhana bhakti means impure. Prema bhakti means pure. It's not like that. Sadhana bhakti is also pure. There are two aspects, process and the practitioner. When someone is at the level of sadhana, the process is pure, but the practitioner is not pure. That's why he is clean mind. But if you don't follow the process of Anna Vilasta, you are not a sadhaka. You are a sakamba. So, unless you have the goal to attain prema bhakti, if you don't have that intention, then you are not a sadhaka. As part of the Goswami and Bhakti Goswami. Green mango means sadhaka, sadhaka of pure devotion, not Mishra Bhakti. Mishra Bhaktas are not accepted as sadhaka in Bhakti Goswami. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu has no place for Mishra. And by performing Mishra Bhakti, you cannot attain love bhakti. You will go to higher planets. You get the result of karma, not the bhakti. That is the difference. The second mango means is a sadhaka, is pure because his intention is pure, his goal is pure, but he has impurities in the form of anarthas. But his goal is to come out from the anarthas and purify the anarthas and attain love. That pure intention is. But if that intention is not there, then he is not sadhaka for pure devotion. It's clear? People think, oh, sadhana, I am doing sadhana, means I can enjoy life. Then you are not a sadhaka. You are performing karma mission. Next. So it's a very, I think I should stop recording because it's a very, very sensitive topic in our society. And I don't want to be part of that sensitivity. You can switch off the recording, then I can speak something. And I cannot be quoted also. But I can see the both sides. Now it's opened up. The topic has opened up.
Right.